Hey everybody, it's me, Terrica, and welcome to the first episode of the story behind the house. Now, we're gonna call this episode Condo for Sale. Okay, y'all ready? Now, the reason why this condo for sale is so important and special to me is because y'all, I actually helped to renovate it. Can you imagine me? Yes, I helped scrape ceilings. I painted some walls. I helped pick out countertops. It was the trenches, but the experience was so good, y'all. Literally, we struggled a little bit. My seller, actually happened to be one of my very best friends, which you all will get a chance to meet her a little bit later. But this was her second property that she flipped, and I got in on the process. And y'all, together, I mean, talking about some black girl magic, we definitely had it going, okay? So let me get into the nuts and bolts of this closing. Once we finally got the property ready, fully renovated, hit the market, we marketed the property. It took us about maybe 60 days to get it under contract. Now, there are a few different reasons why it may take about 2 months to get your property under contract. It could be the area. It could be different contracts have fallen through. We had a little bit of all of that, right? So this particular condo was beautiful inside. But whenever you have a property that is attached to another dwelling, so a townhouse, y'all, is an attached property, you have to concern yourself with the conditions of the neighbor's property. And unfortunately, in this case, some of the neighbors, they hindered our sale just a little bit, but not for too long. Because y'all, we definitely sold for full price. We didn't have to do any price reductions, cha-ching, for my seller. And we eventually went under contract, okay? Now, once we finally got under contract, y'all, the issue that we ran into, because remember I told you all, no closing is a straight line. Everything went well. Inspection went well. Negotiations for purchase price, seller contributions, your closing costs, earnest money, due diligence, everything was smooth. And then right at the very end, when it was time to close, y'all, probably about a week or two out from closing, we had issues with who? The HOA. Now, all HOAs are not created equal. This particular HOA, they had not been active in the community for years. This condo was an older unit, so built in the 1980s or probably the late 1970s. The community wasn't as kept, right? So this HOA, they weren't active, okay? I almost got a little west side on y'all. But this HOA, they were not active. As a matter of fact, a new company came in probably a week prior to us getting ready to sell, and they had no bookkeeping, no nothing. Now, you all know that if you close on a property that is located inside of an HOA or inside of a community with an HOA, you have to get a clearance letter. You all, it was hell on wheels to get that clearance letter. But needless to say, we got it. We closed. And that seller at the closing table was really kind of like a family reunion, so to speak. Our seller, or our buyer, right? Because I represented the seller. The buyer, she was so excited. She was a lady of age, of a certain age. She was 50 plus, and this was her first time purchasing a home. She really spoke about how she would have her grandchildren to come and visit her finally in her home. This was such a special time. And my seller was very particular about wanting a buyer to love on the property the way she loved on that property. As a matter of fact, this was my seller, one of her first properties that she purchased to jumpstart her life. So the same way that this property got her started with creating generational wealth for she and her children, we know that the buyer for this condo for sale would experience the same thing. Y'all, real estate is really just the gift that keeps on giving. So, hope y'all learned a little bit. HOAs ain't nothing to play with, and we need clearance letters. And here's just a little secret from me to you. Clearance letters are about $200, maybe $250. So just be prepared. All right, sellers, be prepared. Anyways, y'all, I hope y'all learned a little bit. So let me just leave you with an encouraging word because I said that I would. I'll just say this. The race is not given to the swift, nor to the strong, but in time and in chance, It'll happen for them all. So listen, y'all, it doesn't matter when you decide to buy your first home or when you decide to sell your first home. Whether you're 30, whether you're 40, whether you're 50, 60, or even 70, there's no time like the present. Go after your dreams, no matter how old, how young, and when you're ready, just call me. I got you. Bye, y'all.